I have a little bit of housekeeping on the last episode that had to do with the stranger coming to town. In the structure of that narrative, the way that we spoke about it was that the beginning of the story consists of the stranger coming to a new space. The middle of that story had to do with the disruption of that space by virtue of the stranger's arrival and the events that unfold because of that arrival. And then the end is sort of the resettling of that space. One thing I neglected to mention in that episode is that there's a second equally effective mode. So something from that first Mancraft talk that I neglected to mention was that the stranger narrative also has a form where the character coming into the settled space is changed by the space, rather than the form you discussed last time where the stranger changes the community itself, and the story is about the parts of that process. In the converse mode of the stranger narrative, the character who is on a defined path comes into a new settled space and gradually changes their path to conform to the new surroundings. So learning and growing along the way. One example of that came to mind just off the top of my head was the movie Sister Act, where Whoopi Goldberg is like this young criminal and ends up hiding out in a convent. I think it's a convent. Anyway, but the effect is that the space acts as a new influence in order to change the behavior or track of the character, shall we say. I actually wrote a story that followed this other mode called the Light and Heavy Basin. And if you'd like to check that out, that's going to be linked if you want to check out that other form of the stranger narrative.